You've made it to the most comprehensive guide to pull-ups on the internet, and if you follow this guide step by step as intended and as we're gonna go through it, you will be pulling up in no time. We have divided the exercises into a progression that anyone at any point can follow, so let's get right into it with the first exercise, the standing row, as demonstrated here. Find yourself a rack, or you can even do this at home by grabbing door handles and putting your feet on the ground close as possible and pulling your body inwards and going backwards. This is the first level. We don't need to spend much time on this one, easy peasy. Moving on to the next exercise, where we're gonna do a reverse ring row. So if you have those rings at the gym, which I believe you should, you can increase the range of motion of the last exercise we have, like so. And the longer you make the rings, the harder it is going to be, because you're gonna be carrying more body weight. Now with this exercise, be sure to stay neutral with your spine. So don't fall backward, don't tilt your pelvis, just stay neutral. Straighten your arms up all the way into the negative and pull into the positive explosively if you can, so we can build some of those fast twitch muscle fibers you're gonna need for doing explosive pull-up work. Be sure to abduct your scapula in the extension like so, and to adduct it like so when you pull in. Which brings us to the next exercise, the reverse barbell row. All you need for that one is a squat rack or something to hold onto. You're gonna slip under and you're gonna be pulling towards your solar plexus. Now again, we want to keep our spine neutral, which means we need more core strength to do that, and we're gonna be pulling in as far as we can. The range of motion is gonna increase the stronger you get. It doesn't matter if you can't do it from the start. Which brings us to the next exercise. We're gonna elevate the reverse barbell row by putting a box where our feet are. This is gonna make the exercise even harder, because you're already almost pulling your entire body weight towards that bar, making it an almost pull-up. If you can do that, good for you. Applause, because you deserve it. Very well done. Because now you have graduated to moving on to the actual pull-up bar. Now we're gonna start with box-assisted lat pull-ups, which means she has a box placed beneath her feet and she's using her legs for the first half of the exercise to push up, and the rest of the time she tries to use her lats and her biceps to finish the repetition, as you can see here. So we go all the way into the negative, straightening out, helping a little bit with our legs, and doing the rest of the exercise by ourselves. Moving on to resistant band assisted lat pull-ups, which means that we're gonna use a resistant band that we place on the bar. Then wrap it around your knee and you can already start your exercise. The thicker the resistance band, of course, the easier the exercise is gonna be. So you can start with a thicker one and work your way up, which basically means down to a thinner one. And the thinner it gets, the harder the exercise. Also keep in mind, the closer you pull up to the bar, the harder the exercise gets, because the resistance band is not stretched anymore, which means it's not helping you as much at the top level of the exercise as it is at the bottom level of the exercise, which is perfect for progressive overload. And we're gonna move on to resistance band assisted biceps pull-ups, because this is a level between the next one, and you're gonna see why. While the lat pull-up is latissimus dominant, the biceps pull-up is biceps dominant, and we need both for perfect pull-ups. And we're gonna move on to jumping lat pull-ups, which basically means you're gonna use the same box, you're gonna jump up as high as you can, and then you're gonna slow down the negatives as slowly as possible, so you can really squeeze out the last bit of energy out of your arms before you repeat. And we can finally move on to the first true pull-up, which is gonna be a biceps pull-up, because they are less intense as the lat pull-ups. Now you might have noticed that we're not doing the conventional biceps pull-ups, because these ones are a slight bit harder and take more control, which is something we always strive for in calisthenics. Here you see the same exact exercise with full range of motion, and you want to tighten your core as much as possible, or you're going to be rotating from side to side. And we finally made it to the full lat pull-up, an exercise that only a handful of people can do. So if you can, then props to you, you're fucking amazing. Good on you. Which is why I have a bonus exercise. This is not me shimmying, this is actually me showing you that you leveled up and that you can do another pull-up that most people can't. And we're gonna start with band-assisted lateral switches, which is basically just doing a lat pull-up, switching from one side to the other as close to the bar as possible and going back into the negative. Up, side to side, and back down again, which looks fucking cool, I have to say. Because once you do not need the resistance band or the box anymore, you're gonna be doing it like this, and it's gonna be amazing the people around you at the gym, which I'm sure you're already doing, so you're just stepping up your game. So if you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope I'll see you guys very soon. Captain Cairo, peace out.